Hey everybody, today we're going to be looking at the A words and the exterior roots of the A's. So exterior means the outside of the body. Excuse me. If you haven't looked at my video on what is a root word, what is a prefix, suffix, then I'm going to put a link up and I would suggest look at that first. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the exterior, which is the outside of the body, okay? Root words, just root words. We're not going to look at prefixes and suffixes. So take a look at these, these 5, okay? Now, there are more root words that begin with A, but these are the most common. Remember, we're about to go to nursing school or to some medical field, and we want to prepare for the most common root words that we'll see, and these are the 5 topmost 5, and we'll get into some more later, but right now let's memorize these. Now this in parentheses is going to be, remember the combining vowel. Like I said, go watch my other video if you don't know what a combining vowel is, but just to hit the high spots, an O is mostly used as the combining vowel, but we do have an I here. All right, so take a moment right here, and I'm about to reveal the answers here. So pause the video if you need a moment. If not, in 5 seconds. All right, guys, here are the meanings of the root words. Like I said, these are the 5 most common A words. Exterior meaning outside of the body. I'll let you take a look at those. Now keep in mind, I was going to sit here and give you some strategies on how to remember this. But I would pause for a second and just encourage you to do that. To take one of these root words and make your own meaning. For instance, just to give you an instance, alt. I think of auto, an automobile. Well, only one person drives an automobile, so self. You would, and see, that may not make sense to you. That's why I'm not going to go through all of them, but it makes sense to me. So do what you need to do to memorize these. And then in just a second, we're going to look at the B's and the C's. And this video is just going to focus on the A, B's, and C's. All right, guys, let's take a look at the B words. These are the 3 most common B words that you're going to see as root words in the medical field. Now, we are still staying with the exterior, meaning the outside of the body. Okay? So I'm going to let you take a look at these 3 words. Now, notice that I kept this A root word up. Now, why did I do that? Well, this is a personal preference, but I was going through the A's from just a second ago. I sat down and I memorized them. But when I was tested myself, this one was always the one that I had to think more about. Okay? And so I know I don't have this in my long-term memory yet. So I'm going to keep this up on the board until I do put it into my long-term memory. Now, luckily there's only 3 B words. And then here at the bottom, I've give an example. Okay? So now I'm going to reveal the meaning of these 3 root words. And then we'll take a look at the example. All right, guys. So blephar is the eyelid and the eyelash. Brachia, arm, and the book means cheek or face. Now, I'll let you look at that just a minute. And then we'll look at blepharoplasty. Blepharoplasty. Now, in my previous video, I have explained that the easiest way for me to make meaning of a word like this is to look at the suffix first. So here we go, I have a suffix, plasty. Okay? In later videos, you're going to see that we're going to learn this word if you don't already know it. So I look at the suffix first with disregarding all this, and I say, oh, plasty means the surgical repair of. Okay? Repair of what? So this tells what? Now we need to know what part of the body. Blephar. And we know that there's the eyelid or the eyelash. So it's the surgical repair of the eyelid or eyelash. Now notice there's no prefix. There's no prefix over here, okay? So the suffix always says, what are we doing? Okay? And then the prefix always like, well, where at? Not always, but a lot of times is what are we doing with the suffix and where at, and then, okay, this is where and what we're doing to the root word. But we don't have a prefix. So blepharoplasty means the surgical repair of the eyelid or the eyelash. All right, let's move to the C words after you feel like you've memorized these 3 B exterior root words. All right, let's take a look at what we've got up here. Now, first of all, you see there's a lot more C words, but I want to give you the ones that are used most in the field of medicine. Now, you may say, well, you missed one here or there, but this is what I think we're going to see the most as nurses. Okay, so notice I've left a B word up there. I sat down just now and memorized the 3 B words I put up there. I always pick one, the one that I'm least sure of, okay? Because even though I have it on the board and I may not be looking at it, peripherally I know it's there, okay? And I'm still learning it as I'm seeing it, okay? So I'm going to leave it up there. Okay, so take a look at the C words here, and then I'll go and I'll show you the meaning. Remember, this is the exterior, the outer part of the body, and just the root word. We're not looking at the suffix and prefix until I give you until I give you an example. Now, notice I didn't put in these combining vowels, but most of these are O's. Now let's take a look over here for a minute. I put these 2 root words are going to have the same meaning. That's why I put them both up there, as well as these and these. Notice of all these combining vowels, only this one has an E instead of an O. So let's take a look at that. Let you look at that for a second, and then I'll reveal the answers. You can pause this if needed. All right, let's look at what we've got now. I'll let you look over these C's, root words. I would ask that you pause the video because I'm about to continue talking here. Okay, I have 4 examples down here, and we're going to talk about these. Notice that for ease of purpose, I went ahead and singled out the combining vowels. It's easy on the eyes when you see a long word that you just go ahead and do this. If you have another color marker, it's also easy to see. Notice that they're all the vowel O. In this, the root word, the combining vowel, and suffixes. I'm trying not to give you prefixes right now because we're building on knowledge, baby steps. Never be in a hurry when it comes to learning. Always take your time. That's why it's good not to cram. It's good just to do a little bit each day. Personally, I do 30 minutes a day. All right, so let's talk about these 4 words. All right, let's take a look at this word, cephalocentesis. Cephalocentesis. I broke it up in the root word, combining vowel, and suffix. All right, this does not have a prefix. So let's look at the suffix first. Centesis. Now we're going to learn the suffixes in later videos, okay? So keep watching. Right now we don't know what it means, perhaps, so maybe you do. It means the surgical puncture of, and then we've learned this word already, the head. The surgical puncture of the head. Cephalocentesis. Okay? Now let's go to the next word here. This word right here. But as you see, I identified the suffix first, and we'll learn this later, and then I went to the root word. Okay, if there had been a prefix, I would have went suffix, prefix, root word. Now let's look at this next word. I actually didn't put the suffix here a second ago, but now I have it up here. Okay, so let's look at this. Cervicodenia. Cervicodenia. The suffix that we'll learn later, denia, means the pain. The pain of the, and then we learned here that's the neck or the cervix. Cervicodenia, the pain of the neck. Suffix, no prefix, root word. All right, the last two words in the exterior C words, root words. Chylophagia. Chylophagia. Now, if you're in Britain, you're not going to pronounce it like that. I think it doesn't matter. Pronounce a little different. But chylophagia. Let's look at the suffix. The biting of the lip. Look at the suffix and then the root word. The biting of the lip. Chirophagia. Chiromegaly. Chiromegaly. Megaly. The enlargement. Looking at the suffix. We don't know these words yet, but we will. We're building on knowledge. Megaly. The enlargement of the hand. Chiromegaly. Enlargement of the hand. All right, guys, we've looked at A words, B words, C words, the exterior roots, the most common A, B's, and C's you will see. Learn these, and then we'll go on to the D's and beyond tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Hey, I want to mention one more thing because I never want to assume that someone knows something because there's no embarrassment in taking baby steps in learning. If you're like me, chiromegaly is a word that I would not know how to pronounce unless I just saw it in a book. So let's say that I did not see it in a book. Someone said that and I'm trying to know how to pronounce it. And I don't have time to Google it on my phone or my computer. This is what I would do. Write it as it sounds, okay? Ka. K-I. And that's supposed to be a little dot over there. Ro, because you kind of hear the R-O. Meg, Lee. Now I always either put a straight, meaning O, the word O, not ah, and then I always put the squiggly above the E, meaning eh. And that's how I would do it, okay? And I always do that because, yeah, we could rush through the word, but when you're dealing with patients or other professionals in the field, you want to sound professional as you can. And although it takes extra time, it will pay off later when this becomes automatic for you.